Hi. The seasonal index is another forecasting technique that we use it for forecasting during seasons. And it is an estimate of how much the demand during a season will be above or below the demand. And this could be calculated by finding the average demand for one period and divide that by the average demand for all periods. Okay. In order to simplify this, let's take an example and take a look into this table right here on the left side of the screen. We have a 3-year of demand. Now we need to find out the seasonal index. And as I mentioned, the seasonal index is good to forecast demand during the seasonal session. Like for example, if you are in Christmas, how many units you could sell of baseball hats, or how many units you could sell of jackets, or how many units you could sell of any winter clothes. So this is when we're gonna use the seasonal index. Okay, going back to this example, what we first need to do, we need to find out the total for all the demands for all the years. And then we found the total for, okay, and now we find the average. The average for each quarter. We have 4 quarters here and 3 years. And do the same thing for all these 4. Okay, now and now we'll see if you could do the average. The average is 400 now. Okay, now the seasonal index for period 1, I'm gonna create another seasonal index here. It would be equal to 128 divided by the 400, but the 400, it's not the average for all periods. This is the average per year. So the average per, I'm gonna do here, average per period would be 400 divided by 4 periods, that would be 100. Seasonal index would be the period average, which would be 128, so equal 128 divide by the 100, which is the per period. So the seasonal index for quarter 1 is 125, which means in this quarter we're gonna sell 25% more than the average demand, 25%, 28% than the average demand. Okay, we'll do the same thing for quarter 2, 3, and 4. Quarter 2, we'll see 102, which means that we're gonna sell 2% higher or more units than the average. Quarter 3, this is the slow season, we're gonna sell 25% less than the average. Season 4, we will have 95 or 5% less than the average per period. Okay, so now how this is going to be helpful. It's going to be helpful for many reasons, assuming that this average has been increased. Average per period increased to 105 for one reason or another. What would be the forecast for the 4th year? So we're going to create a 4th year here, and we need to forecast the demand for quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4. Quarter 1 would be 128, the seasonal demand, times the 105. That would be the 134.4 is the demand for quarter 1. Same thing, 102 times, I'm sorry, 1.02 times the 105. the demand for the second quarter would be 107. Same thing for quarter 3, 0.75 times the 105. That would be 78 for that quarter. Last quarter would be 0.95 times the 105. And this way we calculated and we forecasted how many units we need for each quarter using the seasonal index. And you could do the de-seasonal index to remove the impact of the season. And I would recommend that you read more about this in the slides that I put on detail. Thank you. And if you have any question, please send me an email. Thank you.